is Sikelelekile Pashana, and I am a part of its Vuvuzela, and today we are attending Unlearning the Cityscape, hosted by the WITS Anthropology Department, a seminar consisting of 3 panelists discussing how we are unlearning the cityscape.
In this clip, we have one of the panelists, Matthew Willem Solomon, talking about the experience of translating the book from Portuguese to English as a part of a final manuscript, which is currently in the works. Matthew continues to speak about how the book is based around the idea of dialogues and the decolonization of architecture. However, the conversation doesn't just end there. The conversation instead is far wider than architecture as a formal technical practice. Instead, the conversation is around spatiality, memory, erasure, and histories embedded within the cities.
The way in which we're coming to think of urban space is not as a bounded infrastructural space, but as a series of relationships, a series of densification of relationships, the ways in which the city is always oriented towards landscapes outside of the city, ancestral landscapes, landscapes of erasure.
In this clip, Bonolo Masango probes us into thinking about how we rethink what architecture is and how we rethink the creation of knowledge in space, and asking, when did architecture actually really begin? This pivots into her own exhibition centered around a Tswana community. The Tswana community is known to have complex urban planning, and the city, Kweneng, which is located at Sikopo's Hunt Nature Reserve, resists this ideology that African land was just merely barren.
Hi everyone, my name is Tiamo. My biggest takeaway was how infrastructure is not just about the building itself, but it's in how the history that is embedded in the infrastructure. So for example, with the Sharpeville massacre, there was a whole monument, or rather a building dedicated to what happened during the Sharpeville massacre. And what is important is not just the building itself, the walls there, but however, what happened, the people that died for the struggle is what makes the infrastructure in Sharpeville important.
Hi everyone, my name is Kolega Shange, and what I learned from today's event is that female bodies are archives. And what I found interesting about that particular statement that came from Bonolo Masango is that it can be tied to Professor Babaloma Kukwana's notion that elderly black women can also be considered institutions of indigenous knowledge.